Hey guys, I wanted to let you know that I am doing a giveaway at 100 subscribers, and I will be giving away a Manaphy, a Entei, a Suicune, about 20 M boards, tons of shiny Pokemon, and even more legendaries. Your chances in this giveaway are high of winning one of these, so you should subscribe right now to be automatically entered, and I hope that you enjoy the video. Also, all the Pokemon you see on the screen right now are going to be given away. Yes, that is a Mega Evolution and a Crystal Onix. Starting off this top 5 list, the first Pokemon that we have is Shaman, and you can actually acquire this Pokemon by capturing all 5 colors of Floette in the flower patches on the side path of the route. Shaman is a pretty unique Pokemon since you do have to capture 5 other Pokemons in order to originally obtain this. Notice I'm not talking about Sky Shaman, which is actually a lot cooler of a Pokemon. So all of this being said already, why do I think Shaman is a kind of bad Pokemon? Well, its stats aren't that good in battle, the overall design is not even that cool for the amount of work that you have to do, and the amount of work to obtain this is incredibly difficult. I have only found 2 blue Floettes, aside other like 50 yellow ones, and you do actually need all 5 colors. Then you will have to go back into the city with the big tree and give all 5 Floettes to this one lady that will give you a special flower that will let you summon Shaman. I do like that Shaman is a unique Pokemon where you can keep going into a battle sequence with it to obtain a shiny one if you please. Now see, you have to go into this building right here and give all 5 Floettes to this girl right here. She will give you the Gracidia flower, whatever it's called, but it is a cool flower, and if you get another one somehow, you can only get 1 per account, but if you do get another one, you can actually put it on Shaman and evolve it into the Sky form. This being said, Shaman's stats aren't even that good. He does have a perfect 100 for each one, as well as 3 perfect IVs, just like all the other legendaries, but the one weak point in this Pokemon is that it is a grass only, which means that it has a lot of typings that are super strong against it, and unfortunately grass types aren't the strongest in the game. Shaman's Pokédex entry, along with a lot of other legendaries, is particularly interesting because it can dissolve toxins in the air instantly and transform ruined land into lush fields. That is pretty amazing, but since this is number 5, we're going to go on to a lot worse Pokemon, and I do hope that you enjoy the following list. The next Pokemon on our list is Phony, Manaphy's weak brother, because we really need another Pokemon that is just a devolved form of Manaphy, that is weaker, has a less cool design. Not even a way to say it, but I actually hate Phony since it is disrupting the trade market in the Pokemon trade, and people are trying to get a lot better for their value for it. But Phony is actually a water type Pokemon that you can only get from breeding Manaphy and Ditto. It does not evolve into Manaphy, it does not evolve into Ditto, it is just one of those. I feel the only reason that Phony gets special attention is because of the unique and abstract task that you have to do to acquire this. You need to breed a Manaphy, a really rare legendary, with a Ditto, a really expensive Pokemon that you can actually only get from spending arcade tickets on it. So why is Phony that great? Well, a lot of people don't have Manaphy and a lot of people don't have Ditto, so giving the alternative option of having a water type that is just as good as Manaphy with a little less base stats is an excellent solution to the problem. The problem obviously being that a person does not have Manaphy, and getting Phony is an excellent solution to it, since Manaphy was actually a really rare Pokemon that you can only get from getting from the shore. It has a 1 in 1,000 chance to spawn, and it was a race over who could get the egg fastest, but luckily, if you had a VIP server for the game, you could just go in there by yourself, solo mode, and get all the eggs that you want. Roll the next one on the list. The next Pokemon on this list is Heatran, and you actually get this by going in the Bramber City Volcano, Mount Ignis, or whatever it's called. But you actually need to have a Pokemon that knows Rock Climb, and you need to make your way through the volcano. It is actually a hard task without a repel, but after all, if you're going for mythical legendary Pokemons and you have Drill Power or something of that nature active, or if you even have the Game Pass, you're gonna not want to use Repels, so you can increase your chance of finding these Pokemon. After you make your way through the volcano and you use Rock Climb to climb up and cross the lava bridge, you're actually gonna want to travel down the volcano, and Heatran will be sitting there. All you have to do to find him is click on him, and it will engage in a battle sequence where you are able to capture him. I actually was going for a shiny Heatran, but I gave up that dream after I couldn't find one and walked 2 steps and found a shiny Slugma. Heatran is actually a pretty good Pokemon since it does have a Fire and Steel typing, and most of its base stats are up there with the other legendaries. The only reason that I do not like this Pokemon is that it is so easily acquired through going down in the volcano, and then you can find many of them in the wild. I have found 4 of them in the wild so far. Also, I have found a Latios and a Victini, but that's above the topic. So after finding Heatran, it is actually pretty cool because you have to go all the way back up the volcano. So the work required to get this Pokemon is pretty tough for the value of it, and trade is basically worthless. The Pokemon itself is actually really slow. I do kind of like the design, and the shiny version is pretty cool. And this is one of those Pokemon that is awesome, but sadly and unfortunately, a lot of people do have it. Its Pokédex entry is pretty cool too. We can click on that right now, and it will dwells in volcanoes, and it digs with its cross-shaped feet to crawl on the ceiling walls. This being said, we're gonna move on to the next Pokemon in our list, and counting off at number 2. The next Pokemon on this list is Victini, and you actually get him by going inside the ancient temple, using Rock Smash to break down a rock, and solving a bunch of difficult puzzles that will inevitably lead you to getting a really bad Pokemon. I hate Victini personally, because that one puzzle where you had to match all of the layers and then they would disappear and stuff, it is a complicated puzzle. I'm not even gonna go through with it, but I didn't look up a guide for it because I was sure that I could beat it, and I eventually did. But having the satisfaction of getting Victini was pretty disappointing. Victini isn't even that good in battle. He has some low weak stats, and the shiny version of him doesn't even look that cool. It is just a different tint, and you can actually find him in the treasure room. The real treasure here is finding that Pokeball with the big nugget right beside the pillar of treasure. That will give you $10,000, and you can just sell that thing right away. So Victini is number 494 in the Pokédex. It is a Psychic and Fire type, and it, like all the other legendaries, most of them, it has base stats of 100 HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed, and it comes with 3 perfect IVs. I just don't like the design of this Pokemon, and this is personal opinion. So this list is personal opinion, so we're just gonna move on to the next Pokemon that I really have something to rant about. Coming in at number 1 is Jirachi. Now, getting Jirachi isn't even that hard. All you need to do is go in nighttime to the, I believe the name is the Grove of Dreams, and when you go here, you actually have to go through a secret side path on the rocks. It is pretty hidden if you don't know it's there, although you could probably find it playing solo if you're just looking for secrets. Going to the Grove of Dreams secret path, you will inevitably find these rocks that are smashed, pillars smashed everywhere, and you climb it and go to the fountain where you can find Victini and Magikarps in it. You will have to stand here and type in the chat "I wish for," which will activate a battle sequence. This Pokemon is kinda cool in the fact that you can keep grinding out for a shiny. I have already done it, so that is why my "I wish for" is not working in the chat. So let's follow up on why I think Jirachi is a bad Pokemon. Its stats are horrible. I hate it. It is a Steel Psychic typing, which is kind of cool. It has 31 perfect IVs, and again, like all the other legendaries, it has 100 for base stats. I believe that's all of them that you can find by clicking on them and not in the wild have a base stat of 100. But the Pokédex entry is actually the coolest thing about this Pokemon. Let me just find it quick in the Pokédex. I also wanted to mention that this thing is not rare. I've had people try to trade this for my Latios, and they think that just because this is a legendary, that it is worth another legendary. So, a legend states that Jirachi will make any wish true that is written on the notes attached to its head when it awakens. If the Pokemon senses danger, it will fight without awakening. That is pretty cool. That is the coolest Pokédex entry I've ever read. But still, this Pokemon is not that good. So, this concludes my list for the top 5 worst Pokemon in Pokemon Brick Bronze. If you watched this video, leave in the comments what your top 5 worst legendary Pokemon are. Hope you enjoyed the video. Also, you should subscribe, it's completely free, and you will get to see more Roblox or Pokemon Brick Bronze content, and when I hit 100 subscribers, I will be doing a Pokemon Brick Bronze giveaway. See you until then.